Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a fine Saturday evening, or whatever happens to be in your time zone. I'm SLdr Cody, and I'm Cody. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Oh my goodness. I don't know what the heck. I don't know what the heck that the weird check-in thing was. I just noticed that people had flags assigned to them and it was resulting in their number not increasing. Why didn't those get cleared at the previously? I don't know. Oh, jeez. You know, Omega's walk-on was all lined up, and I should have known that Lucci's was also queued up, just waiting to happen, but nope, I was not expecting that. And I think it's just because Earth, I use Rock instead. I don't know, there's no easy way to assign aliases to subcommands in Firebot, unfortunately. But welcome on in, everybody. Congrats on getting first Omega. Congrats on getting second. Hold on, I have to scroll up. Aqua. Congrats on getting third, Jay. Your attendance rates are a little messed up because your numbers didn't increment properly up there. And okay, did I go in and change all of them so that they are displaying the correct value? Maybe. But yeah, I went in, I manually cleared everybody's flags, so now it should be working properly. The check-in only happens on any viewer arrived event or the redeem. So if you've already checked in, you won't be able to yourself, but I've already bumped up your number, so your attendance rate should be fixed. And I guess as a way to test that, I could just hold on. Do I still have the old chat effect that allows me to recall people's attendance rates? That's not it. That's not it either. Wait, hold on. I think it's $% A rate? Not A rate. Oh, hold on. Variable macros. Attend R. It's attend R. I can't remember my own aliases and macros.
But
alias macro, I go over here. Excuse me? How do you... Oh! I didn't realize how many times Aqua had attacked there. I thought your MP just didn't reset. But no. It looks like you did go through all 5 MP. Jeez. By the way, yeah, I do have a special argument for when Tush is selected, because the sectoral captain will sometimes do that. So I actually have a response for that particular one. It'll never work. It'll just give you that response. That's it. I just put that there because the sectoral captain does that. 5 MP. Okay, hold on. So it's $% attend R, and then I put in the username. And I make sure I know how to spell. And then I send it. And then it doesn't work because the effect is disabled. Because apparently if the effect is disabled, you're not allowed to test it. Which is ridiculous, if you ask me. Omega's is fixed? Aqua's is fixed? Excellent. And hold on. And let me see here. Jesus, technically that one will not display, but I triggered the display anyways. That's actually a pretty... That's a nice number. That is a nice number. Oh, there we go. There we go. We did KO the energetic fairy, so you get some experience points from that. I'm actually going to have it so that some enemies in the battle system will award everybody who's landed at least one hit. Because I actually already had that mechanic going on for one of the enemies. So I might just spread that to the rest of the enemies. That way everybody gets some experience points. And that way, like, a team effort will feel more like it, and it won't be like Super Smash Bros. Timed battle where if you tap somebody on while they're flying out of the screen, the person who did the tap gets the KO and not the person who did the smash attack. Thank you for sending a beautiful thunderstorm. That's very lovely. I want... Where's mine? I'd ask where's mine, but I know there's storms over here. Not really me. Well, according to forecast, they could hit me. This is an extreme area, by the way. This is the highest danger rating that can be given in an Outlook, so yeah, it could be fun over there. Could be fun. Anyway, back over here. So much lightning. Oh, I love if there's a bunch of lightning. Yeah, we got that energetic fairy. Every NPC is going to have different difficulties. Some are going to have 15 HP. We had a rare enemy spawn last week, I think. And that one has a bit of a catch to it. So... yeah. Oh, you know what? They updated the stream manager. There's little things here now saying horizontal, vertical, or whatever. And it tells me if I'm streaming in dual format. However, that information is not really useful to me. It's just telling me what resolutions are available. I can't really do much about that. But that's all like Twitch side server encoded anyways. But yeah, there's things happening. Actually, yeah, in case you missed it. Is this? Nope, that's not it. That will get you to no signal. Was it this scene? No? How do I get to the weather scene again? 3? Well, I mean, you can't really see it on the other screen here because it's underneath the capture card. Actually, that's the actual reason why you can't see it. So, that's a hook right there. That's a pretty dense hook. Yeah, our team put the highest risk on this particular storm because people on the ground are seeing wall clouds, and a fungal cloud's been reported by multiple people. So, yeah, Rocky Mountain House should be in the basement. That's where they should be right now. Also, this is a little messy. It's not like a picture-perfect example of rotation signature. However, I don't know. Having opposite directions roughly here. Hold on. Let me show you the swipe mode here. If you really want to know if the rotation's actually associated with something, you can just use swipe mode here. The rotation is right over this Garf place, which is along the hook. So, yeah, that's a bit of a worry there. Might have a tornado on the ground in that particular area. It is tornado warned. And our team did put a what's the highest level called again? I don't know. Like an extreme risk along this polygon here. Everybody knows that you should be in the basement in Rocky Mountain House. And it is heading straight for Rocky Mountain House. This is also the importance of having a plan ahead of time, because then you really don't have anything to be worried about. If you got something like this coming towards you and you already have a plan in place, well, then you just execute the plan. Yeah, you go to your safe spot and you stay there until the threatened weather has passed. It takes a lot of steps out because you've already taken care of them previously. And yeah, that's one heck of a storm. By the way, see this little feature coming out from the this storm up here? That's an outflow boundary. They usually have wind along them. They're sort of like a shock wave from a storm. Like if a storm becomes really strong, it sometimes flings out weather features from it, and that's pretty much what this is. It's not a very strong one. In extreme scenarios, outflow boundaries can develop into lines, straight line winds and stuff, but that's like more extreme. That doesn't happen very often. I'm not sure if this cold front's actually still here. This data does not update very frequently. Yeah, White Court's stealing everybody's storms too. What's going on with White Court? But yeah, you got storms over here. Plenty of storms. This cutoff bug is really annoying. I have to like hit refresh every time that happens to fix the borders. I don't know. It's been happening a lot over the past few days. So I think one of the most recent updates caused that issue to happen. Oh, there's a pretty big populated area too. Edmonton here is a pretty populated area. So they're actually included in the watch area. My weather station's over there. Oh, Calgary, your radar's down, by the way. However, there's not really anything all that fun forecasts for there, so you don't have too much to worry about. Fueler radar is up, so Medicine Hat, if you get any storms popping in. Look at these storms here. They're moving into a more favorable environment for severe weather, so yeah, there we go. You know, we're doing weather talk on a Saturday because there's just so much. This environment is ripe for it. Honestly, though, I was debating on whether to stream or not today because the temperature is gross here and the humidity is pretty high. Might encourage any storms that get near here, though. Here, we'll put this radar on because the most fun cells can be seen from the Carvel radar right now. Oh, hey. Oh, Winnipeg, you guys might be seeing something too. All right. I don't think you have any, like... So you got a nice line of thunderstorms outside of the area that is forecasting thunderstorms. Let me just look at the evening outlook here, because it might actually be in the evening outlook. Did I open my weather tab? I could have sworn I opened it. What monitor did it open on? Oh. Oh, there it is. Get down here. Get down over here. I want to see what's going on the tonight outlook. Let me just back out of this here. And we'll go to the 24-hour issue. So this area was not expecting thunderstorms originally. Not even in the tonight outlook. So there you are. They even have a little bit of organization. Now, let me just take a look here. They're trying to organize. The environment's not the best over there, so they might struggle. You might notice, though, there is an outflow boundary forming along this. So that could get sent out. It could get sent out ahead of Winnipeg. Yeah, pretty interesting. Sometimes storms do thrive off of a limited environment, so that's always something to keep in mind. The weather will not always do what you're forecasting it to do. Oh, it's a heat warning. Okay. I was like, what's going on here? Why is there overlap over here? Those are severe thunderstorm watches. No watches. You know what's weird? This is the extreme area. There is nothing. There's no weather statements here. Maybe the timing is later. Maybe they'll issue them later. Why have they not issued anything for this area? Let's take a look at this watch here. Okay. Do any of these mention a tornado risk? Because there is a tornado risk today. Can I replace whoever works in the Edmonton weather office? Seriously, Edmonton's responsible for these for the weather statements here. It's ridiculous. How are you not issuing? How are you not mentioning a tornado risk at all? How are you issuing severe thunderstorm watches when you should be issuing tornado watches with the environment that we currently have? This is ridiculous. That particular this whole area. I'm not sure about the moderate area. It's sort of iffy. It's sort of iffy, but this. So it's definitely non-zero. Why is there not a tornado risk being mentioned in these severe thunderstorm watches? Which lazy person at the Edmonton weather office is ultimately deciding this? They're supposed to work as a team. I'm pretty sure they do work as a team, but why are none of them mentioned in tornado? You can't tell me out of that whole team there hasn't been at least half a team mentioning there could be a tornado in this particular area because of the environment. It's definitely the Edmonton office frequently dropping the ball too, because this has happened multiple times in the past where they've been irresponsible with how they're issuing statements and that. And then as soon as it crosses into Saskatchewan, guess what? They're tackling it. They're tackling that severe weather immediately. They're issuing statements ahead of it, just as it goes into the. That's how you're supposed to do it. It's as a heads up. You got this nasty system heading into this region, so you got to issue it. Unfortunately, Canada still uses region-based, which, yes, I know that's prehistoric. It shouldn't even be done anymore, but they're still doing it that way. I don't know. You know, since Environment Canada did make changes to like the color-coded warnings watches or whatever, maybe in the future they'll finally decide to side with the polygons, because the polygons know what's up. But until that time comes, polygons. So if you see anything that's actually a polygon, that is not Environment Canada. That is somebody from the Instant Weather team putting that polygon down. There are a lot of us working in the background. So yeah, the color-coded, the UK uses that. I'm still mixed on whether color-coded is appropriate or not, but yeah. It used to be color-coded by whether it was a watch, a warning, an advisory. Yeah, pretty much that. But during this summer, I have seen the pros, a lot more of the pros of this system. It tells you just how bad a particular storm is. Now, here's the thing. Down over here, if we can get it to show properly. Hello? Ugh. This happens sometimes with dual mode. A tornado warning will always be a red level. I have yet to see an orange level or a yellow level. I think a yellow level tornado warning would be like Dust Devil or something. I don't know. They don't issue tornado warnings on Dust Devils. Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness. I was just about to have a drink. I was not expecting that. Welcome on in, Nerdy Girl. Welcome on in, Raiders. Oh my goodness. You guys were playing Escape the Backrooms. That sounds like jump scares. Oh my goodness. Oh, welcome on in, Nerdy Girl. Welcome on in, everybody who arrived with the raid. For any of you less than familiar, I'm Sector Leader Cody. This is my VTuber, the Sector Leader himself. There is a possibility I may appear in the flesh as well. That depends on if thunderstorms affect this particular area. I decided, instead of messing with my stream schedule, sorry, this got much worse. That is a clear rotation signature right there. That doesn't look like a mess at all. We got the hook echo. We've got the opposite direction winds meeting up with one another. which means we got rotation. We got very focused rotation right there. It screamed a lot. That is the goal of Escape the Backrooms for sure. I hope everybody had a fantastic time there. For those of you less than familiar, I'm SLdr Cody. I already mentioned my VTuber here. And I mentioned the possibility of me appearing in FaceTuber mode as well. That is actually why both tags are active at the same time, except FaceTuber maybe. Because it actually depends on if the storms arrive over here. I'm going to be covering the storms sort of from where I am. If the storms do get here. I decided to turn a possible distraction that could disrupt the stream into part of a stream. So if we do get storms here, that'll be a nice little bonus. Also, the connection will be a lot less crappy than when I was out IRL storm chasing because I won't be relying on crappy cell service. That says 4 to 5 bars 5G, but that was not a 5G connection. There's no way that was a 5G connection. You guys heard how many times it lagged and the voice got all robotic and all that stuff. That was not a 4 to 5 bar 5G connection. Mlock, welcome on in. I hope you were having a fantastic time zone. For those of for those of you coming in, if you do need to do any post-stream care, if you need rest, water, food, all that good stuff, feel free to go on and get that. I encourage you to do so. And for anybody wondering what the heck is this channel about, well, weather. Yes, definitely weather. We winded up doing a bit of a weather talk anyways because the weather is being ridiculous. Going to drop a lurk. Much love. Thank you very much for dropping the lurk and for bringing everyone on by. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely do the post-stream self-care, all that good stuff. And have a fantastic lurk. When I am not hyper-focused on weather, I like to play RPGs. I like to play my fair share of some Nintendo games. Not Pokemon games, though. I have my qualms with that company, so I don't support them anymore. But, or that studio? That studio? I don't know. I mean, look, I have my bickerings and complaints about Nintendo, too. The extortionate prices they charge for games being one of them. But, the Pokemon company has aggroed me way more. Out of everybody part of that little Nintendo group, the Pokemon company's aggroed me a lot more. Just the audacity that they've had in the past. It's just like, I'm not supporting this company. They're way too big-headed. I mean, Nintendo's a little big-headed too, but that hasn't gone to the extent where I can't tolerate it anymore. Anywho. So yeah, if anybody wants to know what a tornado signature looks like, this is actually a pretty good example now that there's not a whole bunch of noise on the velocity. You got this, you got winds going one direction here, and then over in the red here, you got winds going the opposite direction. They're all concentrated close together, and there's not a radar in the center suggesting that, oh, they're just passing the radar. And it's lined up. Our team put... Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I do have a lurk over there, actually. So, yeah, our team's definitely on this one. Train spotter has reported a tornado. You definitely want to be in the basement. Let's see if Environment Canada actually acknowledges this. Sometimes they don't. Also, they forgot to put a comma here. Codener is actually a separate place. They're just really bad with grammar or very lazy with grammar. I don't know, one or the other. Kraken is a severe thunderstorm that is producing a tornado. Not possibly producing, is producing. Note how they word that. They didn't say that it was like somebody... Oh, somebody saw this. Damaging winds, all that stuff. And by the way, if you check the statement right next to it, oh my goodness, if it's going to work. This is real. This is frustrating trying to get this to work sometimes. I'm just gonna refresh this. There's no watch here. Why is there no watch here? Yeah, you know, I have my bickerings about like Edmonton and all that stuff. That's where my weather station is stationed, so I sometimes have to go into that place and deal with that place. I have my bickerings about it, and holy, what is the weather office doing? Why is there no watch here? You're not going to tell me that this storm, which, by the way, the hook got even worse, with a very obvious hook heading right this way, it's not just going to suddenly disappear by the time it's over here. Well, it looks like it's thriving quite a bit, actually. It's, yeah, no bueno. Correlation. I'm going to check the correlation. This might be strong enough to actually get a correlation. Hold on, maybe we'll get it if I reload. Yeah, there we go. I don't like that. It might just be because it's a gap. This is really not that easy to see, is it? No way. It is not easy to see at all. That is not fun. This area here, hold on. Where is this relative to Rocky Mountain House? Oh, no, this is just part of the gap too. So, honestly, correlation coefficient doesn't really tell me whether there is a debris signature on the ground right now. It's just lining up with the clear spots. So that doesn't tell me much. However, the fact that a trained spotter has spotted a tornado on the ground tells me that there is a tornado on the ground there. Differential reflectivity. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I like that they added differential reflectivity. Woo. Okay, wait, what? Is there a second type of velocity? What is going on here? I think velocity is just not loading correctly. Let's do this again. There we go. That's what I want to see. That is not fun. That is not fun at all. Now let's zoom out here. We don't want to like totally get absorbed by this one because this thunderstorm complex here has some bite to it as well. You got a bit of a hail core going on over there. What is this? This just looks like noise. I don't think there's actually something going on here. Just south of Easy. Yeah, that's noise. Ooh. Stay in your shelters, Rocky Mountain House. Wait until the storm has passed. It might take a little while because, as you saw when we opened up the weather statement, we're going to have difficulties again having it open. It is moving east at 15 kilometers an hour. That's pretty slow. That is pretty slow. So you might have to wait a little while for the threat to pass. It definitely has not passed yet, so stay in your shelters over in Rocky Mountain House. It's a small city, so there is a decent population living there. So the orange level severe thunderstorm watch. It goes over to include places like Red Deer. Zoom in a little. It includes Edmonton. Doesn't include Leduc for some reason. I'm actually a little surprised at that. Usually, Edmonton and Leduc go hand in hand. It's like St. Albert, like their surrounding area. But yeah, Leduc's left out of it. Beaumont's left out of it too. Might just be a timing thing. They might expand these further to the east as things progress. I guess we'll just have to see. Also, I'm suspecting the cold front might be somewhere over here now. But yeah, there we go. So today, ultimately, we are going to be, we might be outbreaking. I'm actually not sure if we'll outbreak. We might just view an actual storm. And we'll do some Final Fantasy 14 on the side or something like that. Also, I just need to check something else here. Did I forget to... Yes, I did. Hold on. Let me just... we'll push button. And then I will copy the title. Also, it will send me to the other side. Normally, I have throwables enabled. However, Outbrk is very demanding. So I actually have them disabled for now. Also, I forgot to clear the redeems from the last stream. There we go. Okay, well, let's move back over here. Okay, we'll move over here for now. And I'm going to... I mean, we might get some Outbrk started while we wait for the storms. However, once I have Outbrk open, it might be difficult to keep the radar and Outbrk open at the same time because Outbrk takes up a lot of resources. And also, it might make my room even warmer than it already is. So maybe we will just Final Fantasy 14, and maybe we will storms as well. I can't copy the entire title because Twitch has decided in their infinite wisdom to have the text overflow behind quick action. Oh, I could triple click and actually grab the title still. That's a good workaround. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to... you know what? We'll stick to the original schedule. I don't want to cause too much confusion. However, if it gets too warm in this room, I will be moving to Final Fantasy 14 early. We will do a chase or two. We'll see what my room temperature is at. I'm not dealing with the room temperature if it's going to be too warm. Again, that's another reason why I don't stream as much during the summer, because sometimes we get these annoying heat waves. You know, if we could have just had thunderstorms all this week, and that would have kept the heat wave away. Yeah, just saying. Oh, that wall cloud picture. Oh my goodness. That's one of the highway camera pictures. Oh, that looks wicked. There are some really fun looking pictures of that. Well, we'll keep that centered. We'll do a chase or two. We'll see what the room temperature's at. And then we'll move to something else if the room temperature is too terrible to work with. Prince Albert. There's no reason why Prince Albert should be... Oh, there's nothing going on over there. I'm just opening up Steam right now. Okay, I'm going to send chat up here so I can see chat while we do this. What? What? Hold on, you guys. I got to pull this up. I got to pull this up, you guys. This is freaking amazing. What the... I got to show you guys this. Where is it? Is that the Rocky Mountain House? Is that the Rocky Mountain House camera? You guys, I'm pulling this up. I'm pulling this up. I gotta show you guys this. This is freaking amazing. So, east of Rocky Mountain House, this is the freaking camera right now. There is a freaking tornado in the picture. That is freaking insane. Holy crap. Holy crap. That might be a tornado on the ground. Holy crap. Not just trained spotters, but like the highway camera actually caught it. Holy crap, that is amazing. Jeez. 100% Rocky Mountain House should be in the basement. No dealing with that. That is a tornado on the ground. Jeez. Oh, that is amazing. That's a very photogenic tornado too. Gothic, welcome on in. I hope you're having a fantastic time zone. Holy crap. If the radar wasn't making it obvious enough that there's a tornado on the ground near Rocky Mountain House, the highway camera near Rocky Mountain House, it's just east of Rocky Mountain House, has a very clear tornado on it too. So there you go. By the way, timestamp 6:32 p.m. and 40 seconds. That was only 4 minutes ago. That's amazing. Oh. I bet you the Alberta government is also like, holy crap, we actually got this on one of our highway cameras. Jeez. Rocky Mountain House, stay safe. Just stay safe. We're going to get some outbreaks started, but I had to show you guys. That is amazing. Holy crap. Whew. Okay. Let me just send that there. There we go. So, yeah. There you go. Are you doing with the wildfires? Thankfully, I am in a section of the prairie region that has gotten dumped on by a lot of rain, so there's not really much for fires here. And we haven't had the correct wind direction to send smoke our direction, so we haven't had any of that, which, honestly, I'm pretty happy about that, because that has allowed ridiculous storms like this one. Ridiculous storms like this one here. However, Rocky Mountain House might be a little less than thrilled. And again, I hope everybody over there is in the basement right now, because there is definitely a tornado on the ground. Storm spotters have confirmed it, and now highway camera has confirmed it as well. Jeez. Well, yeah, let's bring us back over here. That is quite something. Okay, I'm going to move chat back onto that monitor. Now, thankfully, I don't have to deal with the really bad air quality. I was thinking with Canadian friends. Yeah, Central and Eastern Canada, they've definitely been getting their share of smoke. And they had a little bit of severe weather today, too. A little bit of severe weather. Now the severe weather is all over the Canadian prairies. Smoke just cleared us in Ohio. Yeah, we don't want any of that smoke around. That smoke's been causing really bad. Like up here, we use the air quality health index. 10 plus is pretty high. That's definitely unhealthy. And down in the U.S., there's been over 900, which down in the U.S., that is in the unhealthy category. So use the air quality index. Yeah, the air quality index down in the U.S. I think there's just a 1-letter difference between the two places. But yeah, when you start hitting 800, 900, whoo, it's pretty bad. Oh. Did I add the new thunder to that? When that procs, I don't think I added the new thunder. By the way, I added 9 new thunder clips that can be played during the thunder and thunderstorm redeems. So, yeah, there we go. Some of them are rare variations, and some of them are common variations. So I've added a bit to both. Yeah, look forward to that. Also, it's been a little bit since we've... Oh! Okay, I thought it was a little longer since we've Outbrk last. Let's get some Outbrk going then. I was like, let's read the patch notes on Outbrk. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see how laggy my VTuber is. I don't have my virtual machines running today for once. I think it read the exclamation mark. I think it read the exclamation mark at the end. Because every space separates an argument. All right, I'm getting Outbrk loaded. I think with vertical format and all that stuff, we should still be golden here, so. Here we go. If the storms do get near where I am, I'll get my phone and tablet all set up and pointing towards the storm. You won't have the best visibility, unfortunately. We have a lot of vegetation in our area, but still, we can get experience a storm together if we get a visit from a nice-looking storm. Oh, and I don't think we'll get one as scary as the one near Rocky Mountain House. That is... Yeah, no thanks. And I also don't want my weather station getting that either. No thanks. However, I don't mind the torrential rainfall. I don't mind the very high wind conditions and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Bring it on, thunderstorm. Visit here. Show me your strength. Be like last weekend. Last weekend was really good for thunderstorms. Okay, Outbrk is just getting started here. By the way, the auto unmute should have worked because I forgot to change the title at the beginning of the stream. So, because of that, things will actually work. Next week. Oh, what's going on next week? There will be an extra stream next week on Friday. Final Fantasy XIV is doing their second set of drops this year. And Saturday, we're already doing racing and all that stuff, and I'm not changing that. That's the last Saturday of the month. So, instead, I decided to add a Friday evening. So, we'll be doing 2 streams next week. And I think the Friday stream will be a test stream. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be updating every single application to the newest version. And I'm going to make sure I can get it to work and all that stuff. And we'll see what happens. OBS has been on the same version for a long period of time, so I am carefully assuming that the latest iteration of OBS is now stable. Don't make me regret this, OBS. So yeah, I'll be updating that at some point. I took a look at what the new audio mixer looks like, and it doesn't look terrible. They added the monitor and mute-unmute toggles underneath, which saves me having to go into the advanced audio settings every single time I want to change that. So that's nice. I do like that redesign. Also, I'm just going to zoom the radar out here so I can see all the storms, including the Rocky Mountain House one, which, by the way, is also producing a lot of lightning. Okay, we're down to next to no FPS here. I was about to say, why do we not have the capture going on here? Now, this, again, vertical format, I can't guarantee you the best view. This game is being played in a 16:9 ratio, so you're not gonna get the best. You're not gonna get the best view. So with that in mind, with some of the training that, or some of the stuff that I showed you while we were looking at the radar there, when we looked at the Rocky Mountain House Storm, I showed you what rotation looks like and what you should be looking for. This is not organized rotation, is it? It's very disorganized, very broad. And besides, usually it's a certain part of a storm. Like this could be a hook. But let's see here. We don't have much for rotation with it yet. There is a little bit over here, which is sort of close. So if this can line up with this, we could get something out of it. What direction is it going in? It looks like we have ourselves a west to east scenario with a little bit of a northerly direction here. Looks like it's aiming for gridland. I like gridland. That's my favorite place to chase tornadoes on this map. You know, I have to alt-tab every time to leave the Outbrk map boundary. There we go. Okay, we're going to head south of Bakerville until we are past the larger block. Well, let's get ourselves started. Let's get started then. South on the grid road. If I ever get a better vehicle, I'd like to get like a Bluetooth enabled dash camera, or like one that I can connect to OBS through, I don't know, some sort of browser service or something, I guess. And you just do like live storm chasing. I mean, in before we deal with crappy cell tower again. I wouldn't give our hopes up, I wouldn't give hopes up too much with the good connections here. Looks like the energetic fairy is doing a bit of fighting too. My brain keeps entertaining me with different ideas for like different enemy behaviors. Introducing an enemy that only attacks once they have been attacked before sounds excellent. I love it. To like have the enemy, I could like add a new variable called enemy mode, and then just have it as like wander or neutral, and while they're around, they just do different things. Oh, I could even make it extra amusing. Make certain NPC daydream just while being there. They're daydreaming. Because honestly, I'm not really. For now, the behavior of the NPCs is they will periodically attack a random active viewer. However, maybe I don't want them randomly attacking a random active viewer. Maybe I want them to leave people alone until attacked. Maybe it's one of those enemies. Almost did that cut nicely. A passive enemy. A defensive enemy. There we go. A defensive enemy. Doesn't attack until it's attacked. You'd still have to attack if you want to get experience points, of course. A lot of enemies take team effort takes a team effort to take them down. The 5 HP ones can be soloed. Although you'd either have to use super effective attacks, or you'd have to successfully land 5 normal attacks. Oh, we're still good for a little bit. Okay. Do I only have the wipers on 1? Oh, no, I have them on 2. Okay. There we go. Energetic Fairy has left. Oh, that bar lags a little, too. So the entire Firebolt overlay is also lagging. Suppose it makes sense. Okay, so we're going to pull over to the side here. I actually don't like being entirely off the road because the vehicle behaves really poorly if any part of it is off the road. Okay, so we got nothing there so far. Oh. Oh, hello. It's hiding. It's hiding in the line here. That's not sustainable. Well, it's also what's going on here. That's the wrong part of the storm, so I wouldn't put too much faith in that. Oh. Yeah, that's just a hail core. I'm not sure if we can do very much about this. Really hard to pinpoint where to... It might be this area. This area's rotation is just a little stronger, but... That is such a weird spot. That's still moving towards us. We might need to make a small amount of adjustment. If there even is a tornado coming from that, we can't see it. Because unfortunately, it appears to be buried behind a hail core. I don't like that. Those are not fun to chase. My eyes are just glancing over to the radar from time to time. We've got this radar to watch out for, but also we have another radar that I'm keeping an eye on because of all the exciting storms on the foothills section of the prairie region. It might be like foothills, prairies. Those aren't the same thing. No, they're not. The western edge of the prairie regions is mountains and foothills. Oh, look at that. We've also got ads invading according to the radar as well, so... Make that multiple radars we're looking at here. We got the ad radar. I mean... it doesn't even say how long the ad break is in this particular message. It just says that they're 1 minute away. I run 3-minute ads every hour here, and that just sends the pre-rolls away so that if you swing on by here, you get to see the channel content immediately instead of being bombarded with ads immediately. I just don't fancy that, you know, join a channel and then having to drag yourself through who knows how long ads. You don't even get control of how long pre-rolls are. I hope they fix this in the foliage update. Why does it feel like the lag is even worse right now than it was before? I don't even have any virtual machines running. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 thunderstorms in the current view that I have of the radar. One's definitely producing a tornado. One is marked as severe, but it looks like it's starting to lose its severe status. One is becoming severe. That is marked as severe as well. And we got a non-severe one, but it looks like it's strengthening, so that could change. Guess we'll see. I'm hoping we get a bit of excitement. I got my phone ready. I've got the thing that I use to send the camera feed. And the connection quality should be so much better because it'll be using the Wi-Fi. And I should be able to hear alerts and statuses here because I will have my earbuds, which are currently configured. They're connected to my computer. And I'm sending what I'm hearing in my headphones to that device as well. That's something that Voicemeeter is pretty good for. I've got the version that allows me to have up to 5 output devices. One of them's my headphones, the other one is my earbuds. I think I have a third one that goes out somewhere, but I don't remember what I set it to. It's a little hard to see, but yeah, you can see it. There it is. It's also really far away. Are you coming straight towards us? I don't know. We're gonna have to wait. It looks like it's actually heading a little south of us, which wouldn't surprise me. Ooh, that signature's getting a little more spicy. So it's somewhere around here. It might be in this little couplet, actually. That's something they're also going to be changing, by the way. That icon that appears there that shows the exact part of the tornado, you're not going to get that anymore. You're going to have to place the marker where you think the tornado is closest to. And that'll be your bonus points when you're reporting a tornado. I think that's pretty cool. Gets you thinking. It might be the north side here. Got your couplet, but you got this here. It's also weakening, so I don't really have too much faith on this tornado being able to actually visit us. Where are you going, tornado? Oh, you are going north. Okay. Also, I'm just going to turn on this, because then the tornado will be able to find us. We got to tell the tornado where we are. But then again, I guess we don't want the tornado following us after we place the probe down. We want it going after the probe. That is very clearly moving north. I think if we get to the center of the pylon, we should be a polygon. We should be good. There's another tornado possibly forming on the very southernmost part of this storm. So we might have one of those take 2 tornado pictures at the same time. Okay, nothing over there yet. Oh, hold on. Fungal cloud? Here we go. We got a fungal cloud somewhere over there. Let's not get too distracted, though. We got this fella right here. I can't see it at all. Can't say I fancy that. I think it's still moving north. Okay, this has become a tornado, wherever the heck it is. Can't even see it. Okay, so now we're reporting multiple tornadoes, even though we can't see the other one. Oh, and the ads are gone. Excellent. So just take a look at what's going on there. I think our feels like, or the feels like where my station is. I think that's mistaken. It feels like it's higher than that. I saw the dew points coming from my station and the temperature that my station is dealing with. Dew point of 16 degrees. There is no way that only bumps it up 1 degree. It feels like it's definitely higher than that. Coward! You're a coward, Tornado. How dare you? The day of cowardly tornadoes, I guess. Okay, wait. Wait. So the tornado is here, maybe? Rotation doesn't even give me a good idea of where it is. Is it here or is it here? Both of these appendages are sticking out here, so it's like... Or are they both... They're both going the same direction. Okay, let's travel to our other spot. Maybe this other tornado will actually be more reliable. And safer. I mean, calling a tornado safe is a little ironic, yes. But being able to see a tornado as it approaches is way better than seeing a tornado that almost blends in with the giant wall of rain and hail right near it. We should change to the Dominator after this. Anchor ourselves in some tornadoes. The ultimate vehicle. The ultimate being. The ultimate vehicle form. Okay, I don't have to go too much further down. But the report for the tornado has expired, so let's just do this here. Hold on. They're like, yes, this tornado is still active. You know, on second thought, I think we're already close to a good spot. I'm just gonna bring us over here. Don't you dare rope out. I am not here for cowardly tornado scenarios. Cowardly tornadoes do not interest me. I'm not trying to taunt the IRL tornadoes. They do not need to visit here. The hook echo's still going. A Rocky Mountain house should be in the clear, though, by now. You should be able to come back from out of your shelters. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't damage, though, for the Rocky Mountain house. Fungo Cloud. I think we're about to get a jump. Look at it. Look at that jump. It didn't even jump very far. It lifted and went back down over here. But is it heading towards us? That's the better question. Maybe. It's maybe heading towards us. Okay. The debris is not moving in the slightest, which is a little unnerving. It might be heading straight towards us. But it might be heading a little south. Still a good rating, so it's not very close to us yet. Once we start getting optimal pictures, then we know it's getting close. No, it's north of us. Back up. Probably should have just stuck to the same spot. Although tornadoes can sway. They can do the hips. The hips don't lie move. They can do that. Tornado sexy sway. I can't see the bottom of this, but it's starting to get a little close. I don't think I want to be gambling too much longer here, whether it's heading straight for me or not. We're going to get ourselves set up here. Don't head south. That wouldn't make any. That would make no sense if you're heading south. Okay, and we're going to turn around and we're going to watch it. Optimal. We're ready to report this tornado pretty soon here. There we go. Still going. I don't see it on our radius yet. On the probe radius. Surely it's getting close to the probe, right? What is this bullshit? Stop changing directions. Make up your freaking mind. Lame. I swear, if this is another scenario where it goes around a specific spot and then moves back. Why are you doing this, tornado? Well, you know what we should be doing then? We should be setting ourselves up on the other road. This way. Thank you. Be nice if the vehicle handling didn't go down by 90% the moment you were off the road. Am I gonna have enough time to safely set up? That's a good question, too. Unless the tornado's moving parallel to this, but... Nope, it just left. Okay, cool. The low-level shear is sort of meh. That might be why the tornadoes are having a hard time staying around for longer. Hello, Krista. Why are you still aiming at the incorrect side? Does that branch seriously just work whenever it feels like it? Time-based, occasional actions, edit. Conditional. Occasional action, no throws. Stream animation hammer. Position, character location. Okay. And character location. Where's character location? Why do I not have a character location variable on here? Why is my character currently set? I swear. I swear. The category is set incorrectly. That's why. Working as intended. The category was set incorrectly, even though it previously was set correctly. Love it. This is why I don't like touching anything from the OBS side. I like letting Firebot take care of it. Well, I'm going to the nearest fuel station. I'm done with this scenario. If this is gonna be another one of those scenarios where tornadoes spawn and despawn all the time, I don't want anything to do with it. Vehicle, do you have an obsession with going off the road? Can we go back on the road? Thank you. Now let's actually stay on the road. Who put the slight curve on this road? Just don't do the slight curve on the road. Don't do it. No slight curve on the road. I'm ending this scenario. This scenario sucks. We missed our... Well, we were only given one chance, really. Because the other tornado was a coward and never made it to the road. So that's not even... That's not even an attempt. Yes, you could take the off-road vehicle, but... I don't like off-road chasing. Too many ditches that you can get stuck in. Port City. Which does not have a gas station. That's actually on the other side of the highway. Here we go. That storm still has a hook on it. It still has a pretty strong hook. It's well past Rocky Mountain House. You don't have to worry about that anymore, but... Yep. Well, this storm's looking a little more appealing to chase. They extended the tornado warning further towards the east. And they extended the orange level severe thunderstorm watch. Hey, hold on, I'm curious. Did they finally mention the tornado risk in it, or are they... Who puts out these statements? Can I replace them? Can I replace them? Can we have somebody? Can we have somebody who's actually works with the team? I swear they've got an automated system half the time for this. They don't mention tornado risk at all. Again, in this severe thunderstorm watch. Even though there's a tornado warning right beside the region. Northeast, 25 kilometers an hour is the travel speed now for this particular storm. Southwest of Leedale, Alberta. It's on the move. Also, that hail core... the Hook Echo itself has a hail core. Jeez. No thanks. I don't want that kind of combination. Nope. Well, that's curious. Why did they put it... Why does the region north of it have a tornado warning? You know what? Yeah, it might skim the southern part of that region, yes. I'm just looking at this in the background. Well, yeah. Nice looking Hook Echo here. How fast is this moving? Think it's feasible? We might be able to get a intercept out of this. Let's get ourselves moving to Bridgetown then. Down we go. Downish. Down equals south. We're not going down to the bottom of the sea. We're not going down into the secret basement. No, no, no. We're heading downish, sort of, southish. So if Krista was a divine entity, you think she would serve? Do you think she'd serve in the skies, or would she serve deep underground? Probably in the skies, right? I mean, she's not a bird. She's also not a bird lady. But I mean, she'd be in the sky, cute and cuddly. She can inflict charm on people, yes, but she doesn't do it intentionally. Unless somebody is pushing her to do that. Careful what you ask of Krista. She can be a little mischievous. We don't get to go by Bridgetown very often. Oh, hello. Here's our tornado friend. Bridgetown. Stay on the road, town. Okay, now we gotta go to the bridge part of Bridgetown. Bridgetown does have a bridge. They have one bridge, and they have the audacity to call themselves Bridgetown. Actually, no, I mean, they don't call themselves Bridgestown. They just call themselves Bridgetown. All right. Moment of truth. How close are you to the road? Okay, we gotta get up to our target location, like, right away here. We don't have much more time before the tornado reaches the road. Hey, the sectoral captain did a random shiny exchange. And a Krista helped him out. Yeah, keep that in mind, everybody. The shiny exchange is still a thing. I know some of the new features I've added to the battle system and all that are very distracting, but we do indeed still have the shiny exchange. The pros are ready for that shiny exchange. We're heading up to the marker. By the way, this is the area where I got the tornado jump scare. This is where the tornado came out of the valley and right at me. This infamous spot. Always got to have a tornado visit here at some point. Yep. I see you, tornado. And I know there's a valley that you're going to dip into. Okay, we got to move ourselves over just a bit. Not too much, but just a little bit here. Right about here, perhaps? The tornado's pointing straight down, so we shouldn't get too much swaying shenanigans. Is what I would say, but the debris cloud is clearly moving a different direction. Jeez. A close lightning strike. Are you heading towards here, tornado? No. Where the hell are you going, tornado? Can you make up your mind? Do you know where you're going, tornado? Are you drunk, tornado? Should I send you home? Hopefully you're not a cowardly tornado, because I am really done with this scenario. And it's bullcrap. Hmm. Don't. Wait, what? What's going on here? What? What are you doing? Oh, I know what it's doing. I know what it's doing. Don't be deceived. Do not be deceived. I think it descended into the valley. Get ready. I'm just going to place this down here now. We got to be ready to run. It's going to pop up and be like, boom. There it is. It's going to be south of us by the looks of it. We don't need to back away too much if it's going to be south of us. It should get close enough still, hopefully, for the probe to pick up on it. It's turning. It's turning. Let's be a little careful. I'm backing away more. Notice how it zoomed into the probe? Like, it turned around to the point where the probe actually, like, it actually got closer to the probe. That was quite a direction change. Okay, now it is moving on. I'm cautiously advancing forward just in case there is a RFD. The wind's going to be pretty bad in those. I'm going to back off the road here and then go this way. That picture will be worth a lot. Nice and close to the tornado itself. Where'd Firebot go? Get back up there. What you doing? What you doing up there, Firebot? Not the most amazing data. It's alright. Could have been a lot worse, actually, considering the tornado turned towards the probe so sharply there. There is practically no rotation signature. I'm not sure how much longer this tornado is going to last. May as well get the pictures while we can. If it does somehow last long enough, they could head to that road over there, which is a little grid-like. I do like chasing on grid-like roads. Vroom, vroom, vroom. It is very warm in this room. Vroom, vroom. Yeah, I know that intercept was fair. I wouldn't say the scenario is very fair, though. Too many cowardly tornadoes. This one still appears to be going, despite the parameters not looking the best for it, so I guess we'll see. We're going to get ourselves set up on the other road here, just in case it does make it all the way over there. We'll see. Okay, we're approaching the road of interest. Oh, it's right here. Little bit of a ditch there. Okay, good. That was a good corner cut. I'm just guessing right now. I can't see the point of rotation and velocity, so... It's in my blind spot. Don't like that. Alright, tornado. A little south, but not too much further. Oh, now it's suddenly going way south. That's annoying. It might be roping out. That might be what it's doing, but... I'm not moving too much, because it might double take. A little further I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna run. Okay, we're gonna set up right here. Maybe we'll get lucky, maybe we won't, because it's veering back north. Because it can't make up its freaking mind where it's going. And I don't have enough time to correct and correct and correct. North of the probe so far. Ooh, let's not get too much closer. I saw that 131 just spike at the probe here, so... We're just going to not take our chances. Look how slow it's moving. It could actually just change any direction it wants at this point. Look at how slow it's going. What is it doing? We're gonna watch from here. This is actually like really interesting. It's very stationary right now. Stationary tornadoes are some of the scariest because they could decide to go whatever direction they want right from there. Okay. Look at that. It's heading south again. It did a little loop. It did a tight little loop right close to the road there. Gradually moving closer to the probe, and then it just kept on going. That is pretty cool. Tornadoes definitely do that on occasion, that's for sure. Oh, if a tornado goes stationary, get the heck away from it. You don't know what direction it could go in. You might be able to have a rough idea of where it could go. But you will not know what direction for sure that it's going in. I'm going to hydrate a bit here with some cranberry juice. Sorry, some cranberry grape juice. Cranberry juice on its own, some people like it, but like it's got this really strong aftertaste. All right, so I am taking a look at these storms here as they develop. And what we've got right now is we got a northward build. And the storms are changing their modes into a line of thunderstorms. There are also a lot of strong thunderstorms starting on the western part of the prairie region here. It's starting to look more and more like a fair chance of possibly getting a thunderstorm. We'll do some thunderstorm gazing together if we got a thunderstorm nearby. Digi, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Tush, what up? Dang, okay, sectoral captain. All right, we got some Tush in chat as well. Okay, all right. Oh my goodness. Oh well, fantastic. Now, for those of you less familiar, Digi's big project has been a game known as Grab My Balls. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. And if you want to see that game in development, Mondays over at Digi's. That's when it happens. There, I'll do that. There we go. Vista? Grista? Grista? Where did that secret trigger come from? Oh, I know where it came from. Wait a minute. Wait, what's going on? Why is there a double shout out? Why is there a double shout out going on? Is the shout out function itself doing that? It's actually supposed to just show up as an announcement. There isn't supposed to be a second message associated with it. What is going on with that command? So that is going to be exclamation mark SO. Conditional effects. Which shout out? It just says announced. There's not supposed to be a chat event associated with it. Why am I getting a duplicate event? Where is the duplicate event coming from? Yeah, that's interesting. I actually don't have... Do I even have any chat effects in this? So yeah, character is middle or left. Character is currently left on the left side. Conditional effects. Just announce. Just announce. Just announce. And just announce. Oh, you know what's happening? I think that's LuckyBot. Double shout out for Digi. Digi gets double shout outs. I know where it's coming from. I think it's a default command in LuckyBot. I'll disable those for now. By the way, LuckyBot has a import from Firebot. I feel like experimenting with it. I'll probably have Firebot still take care of a lot of it. But I'm really curious on how LuckyBot would handle it if I imported my complicated setup into it. Although, LuckyBot does not have preset list effects, and I use those a lot. So I am actually not sure how well that's going to work. I have LuckyBot present on the side here so that we can experiment with it and help shape the future of it too. I think LuckyBot's got some freaking amazing potential. I'm keeping it alongside Firebot. I do not want to introduce unnecessary complications to my setup. My setup is already very complicated as is, and I am not willing to like streamer bot. I'm not gonna be doing that. Honestly, if LuckyBot had a way of like working with a Firebot, that would be super handy. But both Firebot and StreamerBot can get very complicated. It's just, I don't want to... I could probably replicate almost everything that I can in Firebot. Learning a new syntax for everything feels highly unnecessary to me. And also, I'd want to do it gradually. You can't just like rip your whole setup and put on another bot. That's asking for trouble. I already do enough things that's asking for trouble. My intentions to upgrade OBS tomorrow is already going to be asking for enough trouble. Well, that explained why the tornado warning was extended to a region north. I can see that it's getting very close to the regional boundaries there. Alright. That line is spreading. We might be able to get away with one more chase. Then what I think we'll do is we'll do... if the storms are still not here after the next chase, we will do some Final Fantasy XIV, and when the storms arrive, we will change to the phone camera. I'll get it all like set up and stuff. I should be able to set it up with just like a brief little break. Or maybe not even that much of a break, really. We'll see. It's actually just me in the household at this point, I think. I think it's just me. I could yell as much as I want. I could. But then my filters will not be happy with me. Nice storm structure. I like it. So, we uploaded probes totaling over 14,000. I need to get rid of that drive with the passenger. We're never going to succeed on that. One of these days, maybe I will. You can put the BRB bird sounds at full volume. I could. I don't have speakers attached to my computers, so that would just route through my headphones. Well, we did get a couple of successful intercepts. They could have been better, they could have been worse. 146 kilometers an hour was the best one. I wish wall clouds existed in this game. They are a critically endangered species. I have not seen them in a long time. They only exist in the oldest scenarios. I'm hoping with the weather rework when they release that wall clouds will be back. The developers have also mentioned adding new types of pictures. Hail events. You can report hail events. At least they're mentioning that. And you can report damage. The reported damage thing is something that I had mentioned in previous streams. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who's provided this feedback through stream. I really should be using the feedback feature, but it's like doing it while on stream is just probably not a good idea. We got exactly 7,200 out of the probe data. That is a very nice round number. I like it. We're going to chase in the Dominator for this particular chase. I still have the radar open, by the way. I'm still keeping an eye on things. Now keep in mind, I'm in like some undisclosed suburb, so it's like, you know, you're not gonna know where the heck I actually am. I would say I could be in the middle of nowhere for all you know, but suburbs is not exactly in the middle of nowhere. Also, suburbs sounds very close to suburbs. I could be close to some burbs for all you know. I am. There's pigeons not that far away. And there's northern flickers not that far away too. They like visiting here. Got some pretty cool birds. Oh, no shortage of magpies. Upload probes totaling over 14,000. We have completed that. I'm getting rid of this. And it's going to go ride as a passenger again. Hooray. What a waste of a swap. Upload probes totaling over... Wait. Oh, we had 2 of those. Okay. Well, we're working towards the same goal. By the way, that is almost exactly half. That is a little past half. 7,000 is half of 14,000. So there's your little mini math that I just decided to randomly do in my head. Oop, hold on. No. That's not what I wanted. Vehicle. I want to change my vehicle to a Dominator. The Dominator Pro Edition. Is that our dog being annoying? I gotta go tell her shoosh. Shooshies. I gotta tell her to shoosh. Just a moment. I gotta tell her to shush. Oh, I just walked into this wall of higher temperature. It feels like the humidity is higher in here too. Jeez. Why is the humidity higher in here? Who opened the portal? Oh, hold on. We got bad things happening. You know what? It's because I've been in this menu for too long. Let's get out of this menu before OBS randomly closes itself. It's like they unoptimized the menu last update. Don't know how they managed to do that. Maybe it is for the better that we changed to Final Fantasy XIV after this. I don't like scenarios like this where there's like rib cage over here. However, I like the looks of this cell right here. What's the velocity? There's already rotation on it. Alrighty. And dew points are not amazing. Could be worse, though. Keep in mind, these are all in Celsius. I use Celsius. Canada uses Celsius. Almost everywhere around the world uses Celsius, except for 2 countries, I think. So I stick with Celsius. Plus, freezing at 0 makes a lot more sense. All right, where do we want to go if we want to catch this? It's looking even better. It's sort of moving, like, up towards here. So I think we're going to go, like, to the ramp here. Okay, vroom vroom. And okay, good. I spared the sign. Thought I turned too early. It's one of the rare times I can actually, like, just outright leave my door open. Nice. That should allow my room to actually stay a little cooler. I usually set the wipers to a 3. When I start getting in the rain. I really feel like the wipers don't do much at all. Oh, we got ads coming up in about a minute. I don't think we'll run into a chase in the next 4 minutes, or at least hopefully not. After this chase, though, we might get ourselves set up here. IRL, get the camera set up. The ads, the return, the revenge. There we go. We saved a little time there. There go them ads. Station temperature is 28. Feels like it's 30. I wager it's higher. Based on the dew point of 18.7. Why did it increase so much? What is going on? Environment around my station is looking good in terms of those. Unfortunately, my station cannot tell me what the wind shear is over there. And wind shear is another ingredient. And convective available potential energy, CAPE, is also something to look at for thunderstorms. That is the energy. Convective inhibition, or SIN, is the opposite. It limits thunderstorm potential. Which we don't have much of that today, so that won't be a worry. I'll shut off the vehicle for now. This will probably get tornado warned as soon as it arrives. It's got a pretty clear trajectory. I think I gotta head like a little further down the ramp here. And then I've got to tell the tornado, hey, I'm over here. Come right towards me. because we have the ability to anchor ourselves. It's finally tornado anchoring time once more. We're just gonna stand here because we know tornadoes sometimes do not like traffic lights. So we'll see if this tornado wants to take out these traffic lights for us. The center of the cone's pointing at us, so that bodes well. It is tornado warn now. Our dog is barking again. Back in a moment. Did any tornado pop up while I was gone? No. It's still very far away and very hard to see. And unfortunately, we have a sort of annoying hail core in the way. Maybe once this part passes, we'll be able to have a clearer view of it. Oh my goodness. Udon, thank you so much for 22 months at Wild Shrubby. Heck yes. 22 months. We're getting close to that 2-year mark. That is... Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness. Udon, thank you so much for getting everybody in the... All live followers. There we go. All live followers. That is 7 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Udon. I appreciate that very much. Also, Hype Train just felt like starting, so there we go. We got our Twain. Oh my goodness! Enjoy the ad-free viewing, everybody. Enjoy the badge. Enjoy the emotes that come with it. All that good stuff. That starts us off at a level 3 Hype Train. My goodness. My goodness. Taylor Snipe, oh my goodness. By the way, everybody, Udon also made a amazing game. There's a few games Udon's been working. There's a few side projects and all that Udon's been working on, but one of the big ones is Nukes. If you want to see that development of Nukes live, then Udon's is the place to be for that. I came in while I can still make it on time since I am still awake. Welcome on in, Azardis. Glad you were able to make it. We are currently looking right at a tornado. Now, you're not supposed to look at a tornado directly in the eyes. The tornado might take it as a challenge, but we wouldn't mind a tornado heading straight for us because we have a vehicle that has anchoring capabilities. So we are good. We can stare this tornado down. Today was humid for me. I had to use a fan. It's warm and humid over here. And apparently where my personal weather station is, the dew point jumped up 2 degrees. So it's definitely humid there. Okay, we got a slight movement there, which is telling me I gotta go further north. We're gonna keep the engine on now as we make our adjustments, because we're gonna need a get out of there quick ability. Unfortunately, we're sort of backing into the hail core here. The tornado is straightening out, so I gotta keep that in mind too. It's not actually... Why do none of these tornadoes have the ability to keep going the same direction? I'm gonna get the vehicle... Oh, not anchored. Apparently, I'm going to rush myself over here because it has... Is it making a V-line for this intersection? Okay, I'm gonna anchor the vehicle. And we're going to quickly get this set up. Woo-wee, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Holy crap, it is V-lining for us. We're anchored. We're safe. Here it goes. Holy crap. Directly over. Krista, do you mind? Do you mind, Krista? That was really fast. Holy crap. Yeah, that was a really fast tornado. That tornado had a Krista in it with a hammer. What the heck kind of tornado is this? Great. Oh my goodness. Thank you for activating the... Uh-oh, Skidoo. That activates the Skidoo bird, which might have been laggy because Outbrk takes up a lot of resources. But it was indeed a Skidoo bird. Uh-oh, Skidoo indeed. Okay, we can remove the anchor now. That was a really good intercept. Look at how motionless it is right now. It is heading directly away from us. We're going to grab this probe. Because of how fast it's moving, I'm not sure if we'll be able to get another intercept in, but let's give it a try. Distance, 0. Yes, it hit the probe directly, and it hit us directly. Like, dead center. Also, thank you very much for the hype train success. What was that notification? Where am I? Where's that notification coming from? What is that notification? I don't... I hear it once in a while. Also, look at it. The tornado ran over the lights. There we go. We had a tornado that does not like traffic lights. So we had a pretty good feeling about that. What was that? What was that spooky notification? I don't know where that came from. It couldn't have been the hype train success thing. I don't think I've configured it to make that noise. Oh, that's going to be very difficult to chase. I have to head up this road here. I was watching Twisters earlier, the tornado movie from Oklahoma, Tornado Valley. Love the movie. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Saw it quite some time ago. There have been some pretty intense tornadoes already this year, that's for sure. No shortage of those. Yeah, I still haven't seen Twister 2. I remember the first one had like some parameters where I was just like, okay, well, no, that's not how it goes. No, this isn't how it's supposed to go. Tornado, run away. Please remove fences. Please remove unnecessary fences. Thank you. Why is this fence here? What is it protecting? It is protecting absolutely nothing. It is just there for no reason. This road network is awful. Let me chase the tornado. I would like to tornado. The skidoo bird. The skidoo bird. There's only one. There's only one true skidoo bird. The lyrebird. The lyrebird does not lie. Oh. This is very much an awful road network. This is also one that's not properly connected to the highway. Love it. So, where is this going? Towards this road here. That didn't work. Slow down. We are catching up to this tornado. We don't want to catch the rear flank downdraft. That'd be a pretty bad idea. Okay, now we can go. It's far enough from the road. We should be good. Yes, there is indeed a tornado. I am, like, right beside it. In fact, we're going to take another picture and report it quickly before we keep going. There we go. Okay, let's keep going. I bet you that tornado we saw in the Rocky Mountain House highway camera, I bet you that's going to make the news media. Like, Prairie Region, you're probably going to see that on, like, national news or something like that. Or do they need permission from the government of Alberta to pull that and broadcast it? I don't know. Hey, Alberta could put it on their, on like, any, like, weather preparedness website or whatever. If they do any weather preparation promos, they could put it there. Like, this is what you want to be prepared for. It's just, it was a very photogenic tornado. That tornado wanted to be famous. And look, if any thunderstorm wants to be famous to some extent, go by Rocky Mountain House. They get enough intense weather. They'll take pictures. They'll take pictures of all the cool things. Cool/scary. Hopefully, they'll be taking those pictures safely. If a tornado is motionless and the radar indicates that a storm that may contain it is headed towards you, it is heading directly towards you. Don't take your chances. Something like that. Still got a hook echo. Do we have enough time to line ourselves up? No, we don't. So we might line ourselves up on this road that we're currently on. If the storm has this kind of range. By the way, the storms are getting closer and closer. So after this chase, we might be setting up to watch the thunderstorm. We'll do some thunderstorm gazing together. And our neighborhood's not the quietest neighborhood, so don't think I'll be able to be too loud while out there. Tornadoes change directions a little. I'm going to say here. Winds are 50 here, but they, you know what? The reason they look stronger is because we're driving against the wind curtain. That's what's going on. Oh yeah, if any of you got new hype emotes or whatever, yeah, feel free to show them off. The hype train has plenty of emotes in that, and they rotate through them regularly. To the point where it's hard for me to navigate the hype emotes because there's so many of them. But they're so good. It's hard to choose between them. Stay on the road, thank you. Okay, we are arriving at our destination. Now, when we arrive at our destination, by the way, if you see like a well-equipped storm chase vehicle near your location and they're like parked on the side, that's probably not a good sign. That might mean severe weather's heading your way. Tornadic weather in particular. Whoa. Look at that curtain advance. Sometimes the tornadoes move in... sometimes clouds move in wild directions, too. Apparently there's a tornado... Oh, yep. Why can't we see it? How is there no tornado on the ground right now? I don't know about you, but this is, hopefully it's not turning into a downburst. That can be a tornado killer. Welcome back, Jay. Yeah, you got that sub. You currently have a towering cumulus badge. We are eagerly waiting for a tornado. I think it's hiding behind this visibility veil here. Or it's burning itself out. Jeez. Like, sort of, it looks like it's tearing itself apart here. Oh, why do I still have... Hold on. I don't want to waste the fuel here. There we go. Is there still a hook on this storm? Yes, there is. There is still a hook on the storm that was near Rocky Mountain House. And there is actually 2 spots of concern. I see another part of... another part... That rotation sort of looks like it's right in the storm. And they ended the tornado warning in the... for the cell that has rotation on it. But they still have a tornado warning on an area that doesn't have a big storm in it. Also, whoever's updating this doesn't know how to tell time. Oh, updated or ended by 8:30. It should just say expires, not updated or ended by. Or next update. Yeah, sure. But yeah. I don't know. It's sort of weird to put that at the beginning of a weather statement. The rotation is becoming very, like, scattered and disorganized here. However, there is an area of the north part of a storm that looks like it's could be rotating a little. Near Hoadley. Near Hoadley, Alberta. Is Carville radar about to get hit? Okay. Those storms are new, and the formation they're taking suggests wind is an interest. So, we'll have to see how that develops. So many thunderstorms all over the place. Well, we'll have to see how that all plays out. Well, can't see anything. Why is there a visibility veil here? The wind is 3. Oh, we got upload probes totaling 14,000. The second one, that is. Because we have 2 of the same challenge. And this is looking very unremarkable. Just hail. Just hail. Nothing to see here. I mean, hail will be a little better once we can actually report it. But for the time being, it's time for us to head back to Northerndale. I didn't realize we went this far north. Well, we did have a very exciting tornado to start the chase, so the whole scenario didn't suck. We just witnessed a tornado that despises traffic lights. I was just talking about those. Once there's some actual RNG to these scenarios, I should keep a counter of how many tornadoes run over traffic lights. A tornado has destroyed this many traffic lights. Now, of course, if it runs over the entire intersection and knocks all 4 of the lights out, well, then that's 4 right there. Run over 4 traffic lights. I don't know why there's such a bad visibility problem over here. Look at how spooky this area looks. Like, what is this? Is this building haunted? When I change to Final Fantasy 14, I'll enable the throwables again. That power line's a little slanted. Northerndale. Here it is, the Northerndale. Oh, heck yeah. Felt like my vehicle just randomly gained speed by going up that curb. That's what my vehicle does sometimes. Yeah, look at this. The visibility veil's just randomly there. I don't even think there's rain in most of that. The storm just went just like that. There is still one over here, but it's going into don't ever chase here zone. Don't chase on the windy roads. You'll never get to the spot you want. You'll have a difficult time seeing. And it's very hit and miss whether you'll actually get something. I just realized I have a leftover burger that I have not had yet. Leftover burger. Okay, well. 316 kilometers an hour. That one hit us. Direct hits from a tornado, 0. I call bullshit. That is probably the most direct you could ever get hit by a tornado. So, I guess that doesn't work properly. But danger radius went straight at us. Yes, we did get a direct hit from a tornado. Okay, so direct hits from a tornado should actually be 1. But yeah. Aside from that,